Have I mentioned that I like Kingdom Hearts?
I've said this a lot of times, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game of all time.
Kingdom Hearts 2, the game I consider to be my all-time favorite.
It's literally my first time touching this. I'm so giddy. It's been a really long time since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and I've been excited to play this because I like it. I like that game series quite a lot. So I thought I'd make a really weird video, kind of like the controllers one, but instead of looking at controllers, I will look at Kingdom Hearts games. So let's have a look and see what there is. So this is going to be my entire Kingdom Hearts collection. I'm going to try to not forget anything. The only thing I know I can't really get to is my Kingdom Hearts 2 like companion guide, I guess, but I can't really get to that at the moment. So we're gonna just look at the games. So Kingdom Hearts 1, this is the original copy that I have. Well, all of these are the original copies that I've had pretty much since they released, apart from one. I bought, there's only one I bought like quite a few years after it was released, but pretty much all of these have been from like childhood, I guess. So Kingdom Hearts 1, where it all began. I think it's kind of hard to like not like this game. I mean, if you like Kingdom Hearts as a franchise, you probably like the first one. As it's kind of a given, I guess. But the only thing that's like wrong with this is down at the bottom where it's like torn, I guess, where the barcode is. But it's not really a huge issue. Yeah, I just really like the first Kingdom Hearts, and gosh, better be gosh damn right, I'm keeping like the original versions of the game. So we got the first one, but we're not going on to 2 just yet because we have Final Mix. Obviously, I didn't have Final Mix when it originally came out. I bought it quite a few years after. I had to import it, but you'll find this out. But I have 2 versions of Final Mix. Long story short, there was like an issue with like importing one of these, and they sent me this one instead of another one I'll show you in a second. Yeah, I have 2 versions of Final Mix, but yeah, it just means I can keep one in a box like that, and I can have the other one on display, so that's pretty neat. So now we have Kingdom Hearts 2. There we go. How neat. There's not really much to say about this, but it's Kingdom Hearts 2. It's, I would argue, the best Kingdom Hearts in the entire franchise. But that's just me. I really like Kingdom Hearts 2. It's actually one of my all-time favorite games. And then we have Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I treasure this a lot for some reason. Like, I really care about this specific version. It came shipped to me in this plastic bag thingy for some reason. I don't know why. But they shipped it like this, and I've kept it in there ever since. I have tried this game in emulated, so it has been out of packaging. It does come with Chain of Memories as well, or Rechain of Memories. I really care about this like specific version. Like I hold it in like really high regards. Oh, it's the big boy. So when Final Mix came out, there was also this one, the Platinum Edition. I think it was called Platinum Limited. Do you know what that means? I don't know what it means. But basically, this is just Final Mix. This is the normal Final Mix that you'd get, but there's some like extra things inside, so it's pretty much a collector's edition. I don't think they did this with Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, but they definitely only did it with the first Final Mix, so there is this one. And the condition of this one is a lot better than the other Final Mix that I have for Kingdom Hearts 1. It's a lot cleaner. I prefer it like a lot more, so I keep it in this one just to keep it safe. But there's also a little black box. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. Some of it, like compared to collector's editions now, it kind of is a bit confusing. But there are things in here that are pretty cool that you wouldn't really get now, I guess. But the only thing to me that's like really cool is this little like figure of Sora. Look at him. Look how happy this little fella is. It's just really cool. And yeah, it came in its original bag. And that's something that I can say about like all of this. All of this has come in its like original packaging, so it's as sealed as it can be. And I haven't opened any of this either, but I'm pretty sure that this is just like a calendar. Yeah, it's a calendar from 2002. So if we ever have another 2002, then there is this, and there's postcards in here as well, so that's neat. You got some little badges here too, and some stickers. Again, it's not really the type of stuff that you'd find in like a modern collector's edition, but I think this is like when collector's editions started to be like a thing. So I think they were a bit unsure of what to really do with it in terms like what to like actually put in here, but it's like a novelty thing. I think the seriously the best thing to come out of it is Sora. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool thing. Pretty nice little thing to come out of the whole thing, I guess. It's neat to add to the collection, I guess. And if you have a looky on here too, there's some text. How neat. You can't even really make it out. It's terrible. So I guess we're gonna start moving on to other, like, the portable games. Chain of Memories. This is the imported, well, a US import of Chain of Memories, because I wanted a complete in-box version of the game, but the only one I could find was a US import, so I kind of had to settle with that one. But yeah, I'm like super happy with having like a complete in-box Chain of Memories. Like if this was loose, I think that I would be a bit. I feel like something would be missing if this was missing this case, but it's nice to have it like this. I'm happy with that. It is a bit dented. I don't know if that was because of shipping or how it's been handled through the years, but I remember it arriving not in like the best condition. But as long as it has this box, I don't think I really care. There are a couple things in my collection that I am still missing. Firstly, like console-specific variants, like the Game Boy Advance Chain of Memories, the Burst by Sleep PSP, the Kingdom Hearts 3 PlayStation 4. Just like console variants like that are things I don't have. Also, the Dream Drop Distance specific US Weird Collector's Edition thingy they did, that didn't come out in the UK, and I can't actually play imported 3DS games, so there's not much reason to really get that, so I didn't bother. So I guess I'll do these at the same time because it doesn't really matter, they're the exact same thing underneath. So Birth by Sleep, both versions. I don't have the Final Mix version, but even though these two are technically the exact same game, there are like differences in box art. If I take this bad puppy out, this one is glossy, this one isn't. It's like standard. That's the only difference in box art, so apart from that, they're the same game. They got slightly different boxes. This is a glossy one. But I am kind of, I do need Final Mix for the PSP. Apart from that, I'm happy with the versions that I have. If you don't know, the reason that I kind of want Final Mix, if you don't really know much about Kingdom Hearts and you don't really know about Final Mix, it's basically the director's cut of the game. They just add new things, make balance changes, and yeah, just things like that, just tweaks to the game, adds new bosses and weapons, again makes tweaks to the game, but apart from that, they're the same thing, they're just like updated versions, and they were only released in Japan, so there's not really much choice but to import. Oh boy, it's the DS games. Now, I don't hate these games. I want to make that clear, I don't hate these. I don't think they're the best, but because of like hardware limitations of the DS, I think there's only so much they could really do. But this was the first and only co-op Kingdom Hearts game. What are the odds? I like 358. I think it's a good game, apart from like the day-to-day thing that kind of drags on a bit, and it's mostly just filler, which kind of sucks. But from like the story you get like about Roxas and Organization 13, the world that never was, why they're there, just like all that stuff. You get to see what happens in the world that never was while other characters are in like Castle Oblivion and things. It makes the world feel a lot more connected, having like this happen at the same time as Chain of Memories. But I like this game. This game's cool. I'm very, very close, and I have been very close to 100% completing the game for years. I just never really like pushed myself to actually finish it. And then Recoded, I would say that Recoded is the point where the game started to like, well, I guess like the franchise started to fall apart in terms of like its coherence. I would mark Chain of Memories as the point of the downfall of the franchise. I don't know what happened, but it started making no sense. And then there's Dream Drop Distance. We mentioned Dream Drop Distance, but we don't like to mention Dream Drop Distance. I mean, all jokes aside, I kind of enjoy it. I feel like it's okay. Because of the story, it like drags it down so much. But I don't think it's like the absolute worst Kingdom Hearts game. I just don't think it's like, because of the story, I think it like drags it down quite a lot, which sucks. Hey boys, who asked for big boxes? For God's sake, why is this so big? It's too big to fit in frame. Why is it so big? So like I mentioned before, I really care about Kingdom Hearts 2. It's one of my all-time favorite games. So when I know I'm like skipping 1.5, but I had to get this, like the big boy 2.5 version for PS3 for some reason. But this comes with a steelbook case, a lithograph which I keep hung on the wall. I would like to get signed. It's never gonna happen. It would be nice. It also has a Heartless plush, so that's really cool. I really like it. I did have it on like display at one point, but it's too big and bulky to just like have hanging around, and its head likes to fall over, so I just started leaving it in the box. It's a lot easier. It also comes with a pin as well, but you know, everyone complained when that came out. No one was interested in the pin. No one cares about the pins. There's also the collector's edition of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS3 that I never did end up picking up. It would be something that I'm interested in, just for the sake of completing the collection, but I don't care enough, honestly. It only really comes with like a art booklet and a pin, I think. So even though I missed it the first time, I don't think I'm really that interested in actually picking it up. But these are 1.5 and 2.5. I have it twice. This doesn't come in like the box normally for the collector's edition of 2.5. I bought it separately because I didn't want to like use the one that came in the box because I was an idiot. And then for some reason in this one, I have the Tesco receipt. It has the receipt of when I bought it. What else did I buy? I was literally just at PS3 56060. It has the Tesco receipt, the receipt of authenticity from Tesco. Believe it or not, we are actually kind of close to finishing. Let us start here. 1.5 and 2.5. I don't have the story so far, or the complete collection for some reason. I just didn't see the point in getting them again. So I don't have 1.5 and 2.5 and 0.2 for like the story so far, but I do have 1.5 and 2.5 because I did care enough about getting the games again for PS4. I did want to play them in 60 frames, so I just had to get this one just for reasons, you know. It was important. 0.2. This is supposed to be in there, but it was too big to like actually keep on display with the other things, so I keep it out. I don't remember what this comes with. What does this come with? Oh, you know, the collectible pin. It's literally just a collectible pin. You know, the important stuff. Like, it would have been nice to have like an art book or something with it, because keep in mind, this was the first game to come out since Dream Drop Distance, and it was kind of important. So I don't know, I feel like they kind of like really missed the point with this collector's edition. I don't know, it's not much of a collector's edition. I'm sorry, it's not a it's just a limited edition. So we've seen all the other games, pretty much all the major releases, anything of note has been shown. So, oh, it's this one. You know my favorite part of Kingdom Hearts? Like, my favorite world? Frozen. You know, I love that part of Frozen where Sora and Donald and Goofy just like hang around in the background in places. That's my favorite part of the franchise. I don't know why, but I've never been like a huge fan of this, like the box art. I don't know why. For some reason, like 3s isn't as like grandiose as 1 or 2s. I don't know what it is. It's just not as, I don't know. It doesn't have that pizzazz. Yeah, we have obviously Kingdom Hearts 3 and then the collector's edition as well. Oh, why do you not call it anything normal? At least 2.5 did it right. That's actually called the collector's edition. Why is this the deluxe edition? Oh yeah, I remember there was a Play Arts one that came with Sora, Donald and Goofy from Toy Story World. Everyone's favorite pin. You know they had to include that. And I like the steelbook. People hate steelbook cases, but I feel like this works pretty well. The spine, actually, I really like the look of the spine. But it comes with that. It comes with a little art book as well, showing like the the story plan outs and the order of the games. And then it's got like some art, a little bit of concept art of the Big Hero 6 world and renders. And then stickers. For some reason I got stickers. It's the Kingdom of Corona. I don't know, where does this voice come from? It's just suddenly appeared. And then last but not least, everyone's favourite adaptation to the franchise that for some reason has major story. Melody of Memory. As like a celebration to like Yoko Shimomura, I think this is like a really cool thing to have, just to like celebrate her work for the franchise. But my god, why did they just make the world of this franchise more confusing by the end? I just don't understand. Why is Yuzora like a major thing now? I don't get it. Why did they? It seems that with every new installment of Kingdom Hearts, they try to make it more and more confusing, and they don't really need to. But that's what it is. That's Kingdom Hearts. That's the whole franchise started with confusing people. Final Fantasy and Disney, what? You have confuzzled me. And then the last thing that I want to show, I've shown my Keyblade plenty of times, so I don't need to show that. But it's the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 soundtrack. I adore the soundtrack of Kingdom Hearts. And having like the reorchestrated 1.5 and 2.5 soundtracks available to like order, I wasn't passing it up. Like, I've listened to this soundtrack so many times because I just love how it sounds. And look, it has the little sleeve that you put on it when you like put it on the shelf in stores. Yeah, I did want to get like the Kingdom Hearts 3 soundtrack. That would have been pretty cool, but I just didn't. I didn't end up doing it. I think it was just like really expensive or something. But having like this available is really, really cool. Look how many discs there are for Kingdom Hearts 2. It's like 4 discs. What a world. But that was it. That was everything I had to really show, apart from like the Kingdom Hearts 2 companion thingy, completion guide. Oh, I don't know. It's got a funky name. My favourite name is Kingdom Hearts Final Mix Platinum Limited. What's yours? Why has it got a dumb name? Why do they all have dumb names? But that was it. Thank you for watching. This is all I had to offer. I'm gonna put all this away and tidy everything. What a dumb idea for a video. Okay, that was it.